Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this damp and rainy September 10th of 2020. It is still COVID season for all of the world, and we're all trying to muddle through with the ever-changing empirical data that's been going on. Today is Suicide Awareness Day, and tomorrow is September 11th, so we're back-to-back whammied as always. One of the things that we wanted to talk to you today about suicide prevention. Two of our board members, one of is me, we've had friends that have committed suicide. So this is especially personal for myself and another board member. Talking about suicide is a very difficult subject at the best of times. And when you're walking through someone else's life that changed suddenly, and the fact that I had to find out about it on Facebook kind of digs a little bit deeper than I thought. I downloaded some information today, 13 pages. You can go to, we're going to put at the bottom of the screen, phone number, website, places where you can source this information. Me reading the information is not going to be helpful. One of the things that really took into heart is the last time I had psychology was in college, and the statistics are ever growing. It's more data, more information, more empirical data, granular data, however they want to call it. But nobody talks about what happens to the people you leave behind. And I'm struggling with that because I had a conversation with my friend David. David is a wonderful guy. Love having him as a vendor. Smart, funny. It's one of those people that you get in your life that most people just pack their stuff up and go on their way. They got paid. This is somebody who is like, let's have coffee and talk about how everything went. How did you feel about, the things that I did? And you get to know people. I've been in an industry for 35 years, and it's very different when you're working with somebody and you get to know them and they become part of your work family. And reading that I had just spoke to somebody 3 days before that had taken their own life. I mean, the top 3 ways to go is shocking. It was very shocking. And I'm going through that conversation going, what did I miss? What could have I possibly missed? And you're looking at that internal conversation, reading it line by line, going, okay, we had future events planned. We talked about getting coffee, having, inviting him up for dinner. All those things that you're walking through going, I missed something. I am a horrible person. I missed, how could I be so selfish and not see that my friend was hurting? And it brought me to tears. I'm not going to lie. Everybody knows I'm not a big ball of mush, at least on the outside, but I'm pretty squishy on the inside. And seeing how I've changed through this because of something, I would love to say that I missed something, but all of the things that were there gave no indication. And I know, I get it. People try and do it a couple times before they get it right. And it's a horrible way to put it. Believe me, I'm trying to stomach this right now, guys. I had someone say something to me that suicide is selfish, very selfish. And a part of me, like when you're going through the process of dealing with grief, and that anger stage is where you're angry with them, it goes to, how could have I made this better? What could I have done to make the world better? And I gotta tell you, I don't know what I could have done as a person. I don't know what I could have done as a human, as a friend, a coworker, colleague, however you want to put it. Suicide sucks. And if you're thinking about that, if that place is so dark, pick up the phone. Call a hotline. We're going to put that number at the bottom of the screen. PM me, call me, something. But the people that you leave behind, I promise you, miss you more and are more upset because they love you. And I'm not talking just about you've had a fight and it's bad and you say, I'm going to kill myself. Everybody's had those moments. Everybody, trust me, everybody has said that phrase. But they don't talk about the feelings underneath that phrase. Here is my fellow human. Here is my colleague, my friend, who made me laugh, who was great at spades. And it's a game I love, and I enjoyed that. And a part of my existence, my realm has been broken irrevocably. And I'm trying not to cry because, we're in Pendulum Studios B today, and not all of my stuff is here. And I'm trying to keep this light because I don't want to make anybody feel worse about what I'm going through and other people are going through. But if you're in that dark place, you need to find the light. Look up, look around. There's someone in your life that is worth staying here for. Finances can be bad. Housing situations can be bad. Kids can be bad. Lovers, spouses, we all have those times. And when it gets, insurmountable, that's when you have to find light inside. And that's really, really tough some days. We've got civil unrest. You've got a mutated disease running around. You've got people who can't go to work because their jobs are no longer available. We're living in a world of masks, 3-ply. Make sure they're 3-ply masks. Dave was a magician. That might seem kind of silly as an adult position in life. But when you bring joy, like I'm one of those people that I think every business should be open. Every business to me is essential. You are providing for your family, yourself, your family, your housing. Everybody has something in this world to offer. And when you see light that has self-extinguished, it's heartbreaking. And it's heartbreaking for me right now. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's seeing the dark, and I've walked in darkness. Trust me, sometime we'll sit and have a conversation of walking through it. You've got to look. You've got to hold on to that something, because there was this artist that made a sculpture of a woman, and she's sitting and she's, self-soothing, and you can see all the pieces on her that are broken. And he illuminated all those pieces that were broken where you could see light coming through. And that moved me. It moved me in ways that I didn't think it would. It's when you break down to that core center being, like we have stuff on our plates every day, family, work, furry kids, big furry kids, saving the world, saving, the white rhino, the elephants. It gets to be a lot. And then the phone never rings, and government, da-da-da-da-da. It never ends. Trust me. It never, ever ends. But you have to take 20 minutes a day. I kid you not, 20 minutes a day, and do something that is just centering. You know, I have friends that do yoga. I have friends that sing karaoke. I sing karaoke. Just saying. But for David, it was magic. And I'm not talking like silly. He's funny. And it was the experience. There's this wonderful phrase called, yeah, I completely lost it because I'm like trying not to cry. The willful suspension of disbelief. You get that from watching a movie, if it's a good movie, a well-written book. There are lots of, trust me, I own a lot of books. That feeling of you're not in that moment. That moment has been altered by another creation. Oh, there goes everything. It's important to have that in your life. If you don't have that in your life, find a way to make it happen. One of the things that I'm a firm believer of, because it takes the pressure off me, is volunteering. I like volunteering because they can't pay it back. They can't pay my time back. And do you know what that does for me? That fills the well. Everybody has a well inside of you. And if your well is not overflowing and it's dried and shriveled up inside, get a new bucket. Fill that well. Check on your friends. Check on your family. If something seems off, take them to lunch. If you can't afford lunch, make a picnic. If you need help, there is nothing wrong. There's tons of informational studies, national health organizations, national mental health. There's no reason in 2020 to have a stigma on mental health. I'm sorry, it doesn't fly with me. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your job is. I don't care who you're related to. I don't care what political affiliation you have. You are a human. Now, if you're doing some things that are really not cool, we're going to work on those. Whatever you believe in, find that strength, find that core value that you have and make it better. That well deep in here, when you feel that, it's kind of hard to be drowning in it. So take some time. Take some time to check on your family. Take some time to check on your friends. And even if something sounds the slightest bit off, have them over for a cup of tea. It's good to spill the tea every now and then. There's no reason in this world, none, that needs to happen. The fact that more younger people, it's second for young people, fourth for my age group, and 10th for seniors. It's up there with heart disease. It's frightening. It's really frightening. You know, we came together tomorrow, September 11th, and we promised we'd never forget. We'd never forget each other. I don't see much of that lately. I don't see much of it at all. But I look for those lessons. You can see magic all around you guys. Seriously, you can see magic. Birth of a child. Christmas morning or Christmas Eve, however you celebrate it. Some even do it on Boxing Day. Don't know why. It doesn't matter the stuff you have. They're always going to remember the feeling. And I'm always going to remember that feeling about David. You know, if I forget batteries, he's come prepared and you forgot him. Yeah. People give you feelings that become a memory. And those things are important. Don't give up on yourselves. Don't. Call one of these numbers. Call one of these hotlines. Call me. We're going to get some tea. Maybe even coffee, depending on the hour. And we're going to talk about it. Your place in the universe is here. Your worth comes from inside, comes from your experiences. And if you have shitty experience, and I'm going to say it, if you have shitty experiences, change them. It doesn't matter how you grew up. It doesn't matter the people that pick on you. It doesn't matter how many bullies have stopped you along the way. It doesn't matter how many times you've heard you're not enough. You are. The only person that you need to have believe that is you. Things come and go. Stuff comes and go. Houses come and go. People come and go. But you need to be here. I need you here. So, tomorrow's September 11th. Make it a point to go be the human that you're supposed to be. That's what's important. Create for someone what you didn't have. All right, now I gotta go fix my makeup. Love you all. Talk to you soon.